want more, you dream of more. But here's the bitter truth. You're not willing to change. Not yet. Not in the way that matters. And without that, nothing in your life will change. No matter how hard you try, how much you hustle, or how many hours you put into the same unchanging routines. You want a different life, but you're still trying to get it with the same mindset that brought you here. And that, my friend, is where everything falls apart. Because if you don't change how you see yourself, if you don't change the way you think, nothing will shift. And the world will keep spinning around you while you stay stuck, yearning, but never receiving. And you're out there looking for answers everywhere. Books, videos, courses, gurus, the next shiny object. But here's the truth. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is the version of yourself that you're still holding on to. The same mindset that's kept you in the same place, playing the same game, getting the same results. You can wish for success. You can pray for abundance. You can meditate on it all you want. But if you don't change how you approach life, change how you see yourself, change how you react to failure and success, nothing will change. Your circumstances will stay the same. Your days will pass, one after the other, in a slow crawl toward mediocrity. And let's be honest, that's exactly what you're afraid of, isn't it? Fear of living a life that isn't yours. Fear of waking up one day and realizing that you didn't fight hard enough for the life you wanted. You didn't become the person you needed to be, and all you have to show for it is time wasted, opportunities missed, and a mind full of regrets. But here's the thing. Regret isn't a permanent state. It's a call to action. It's a siren warning you to stop. Right now, change, shift, move, act. And you know deep down, you've felt it. That nagging feeling that you could do more, be more, have more. It's like a fire inside you that refuses to be put out. You can try to ignore it. You can drown it out with distractions, with endless noise. But it's still there. It's still burning. The only question is, are you going to listen to it? Because right now, you're standing at the crossroads. You can keep going down the same road, with the same habits, the same thoughts, and the same limiting beliefs. Or you can take a new path. A path that requires change. A path that demands growth. A path that will lead you to the life you've been too afraid to fully claim for yourself. It's easy to say you want more. It's easy to wish for a breakthrough. But if you don't change, nothing will change. And the change doesn't come from the world around you. It comes from within you. Your mindset is the key. It's the thing that shapes everything you do. Your mindset determines how you respond to the obstacles life throws at you. It determines how you view failure. And most importantly, it determines how you see your own potential. It's time to ask yourself, what do you believe about yourself? Do you believe you're capable of more? Do you believe you deserve more? Or do you believe the same lies that have been keeping you trapped? That you're not good enough, not smart enough, not lucky enough. The truth is, your beliefs about yourself will either be your prison or your freedom. And right now, you're either the architect of your success or the prisoner of your own fears. But you have the power to change that. Right now, stop waiting for external circumstances to change. Stop waiting for the world to get easier. It's not going to. The world will always throw obstacles in your path. There will always be another challenge. But you have a choice. You can either let it break you, or you can rise above it. You can either give in to fear, or you can choose courage. You can either stay stuck, or you can change. But change requires something you don't like. Discipline. And I know what you're thinking, but I already know about discipline. I've tried that before. And maybe you have. Maybe you've tried forcing yourself to wake up earlier, to work harder, to push through the pain. But here's the thing. Discipline without direction is useless. Discipline without purpose is just wasted effort. And that's why you felt like you've been spinning your wheels. Discipline, true discipline, is built on clarity. You need to know exactly what you want. You need a vision that pulls you forward, a purpose that drives you even when your motivation fades. Without that clarity, your discipline will always be a battle. It will always feel like a struggle. But when you're clear about your vision, when you have a sense of purpose that is undeniable, that's when discipline becomes effortless. That's when it becomes your ally, not your enemy. But here's the other thing. Clarity is not enough. You can have the clearest vision in the world, but if you don't take action, you're still going nowhere. You must move. You must act every day. And I'm not talking about just going through the motions. I'm talking about purposeful, intentional action. The kind of action that moves you toward your goals, inch by inch, every single day. You don't need to be motivated every day. You need to be disciplined. Motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes like the wind. But discipline is constant. It's the quiet determination that pushes you when you don't feel like it. It's the drive that keeps you going when everything inside you is telling you to stop. And that's what you need. Because here's the hard truth. Success doesn't care if you feel motivated. It doesn't care if you're tired. It doesn't care if you've had a rough day. Success only cares if you show up. Success only cares if you do the work, day in and day out. And that's where most people fail. They start strong. They have the vision. They have the desire. But they stop showing up when the going gets tough, and that's when they lose. Consistency is the real secret to success. Not hustle, not grinding endlessly, but consistency, showing up every single day no matter what. And it's that consistency that builds momentum. It's that momentum that turns the impossible into the inevitable. You see, success is not a big leap. It's not some magical moment where everything changes at once. It's a series of small, consistent actions that compound over time. It's the repeated effort that adds up, day after day, year after year. And if you stay consistent, if you keep showing up even when it feels hard, you will eventually reach your goal. But here's the thing. The hardest part is starting. The hardest part is making that decision to change, to commit to something greater than your comfort zone, to refuse to settle for the life you've been given, and to start building the life you want. And I'm telling you right now, it's not going to be easy. It's going to challenge you. It's going to push you to your limits. But that's how you know you're on the right path. The road to success is paved with struggle, but it's also paved with growth. Are you ready to change? Are you ready to step up? Are you ready to do the work? Not when it feels good, but every single day, no matter what. Because if you don't change, nothing will change. And if you're ready to stop waiting for the world to change and start changing yourself, then let's go. The time is now. You've heard the call. You felt the stir inside you, that burning desire to break free from the chains of mediocrity and step into the life you know you're meant to live. But right now, you're standing at a crossroads. And the question is, are you ready to take action? Because here's the reality. Talking is easy. Dreaming is easy. But doing, that's where most people fall short. The difference between the person who talks about success and the person who actually achieves it is simple: action. So let me ask you, what's the next action you need to take? What's the one step you've been avoiding? Let's face it, fear is the biggest reason most people don't take action. Fear of failure, fear of being judged, fear of the unknown. But here's the thing, that fear is the only thing standing between you and your greatness. Fear is just a story you've been telling yourself to keep you safe. But that story, it's a lie. And the more you hold on to it, the more you let it control your life, the more you keep missing opportunities. Opportunities to grow, opportunities to change, opportunities to succeed. You are capable of far more than you think. The only limits you have are the ones you've accepted, and you have the power to break free from those limits right now. But there's a catch. Breaking free from fear doesn't come from waiting for it to go away. It doesn't come from hoping the fear will disappear. It comes from acting in spite of it. It comes from showing up even when you're scared. It comes from pushing forward when every fiber of your being is telling you to stop. And that's where discipline comes in. Not the kind of discipline you've been taught, where you follow rigid rules and force yourself to stick to a schedule. No, the real discipline is the kind that comes from within. It's the discipline to act even when you don't feel like it. It's the discipline to stay focused, to keep going when you want to quit, to refuse to let anything stop you from moving forward. When you make discipline a part of who you are, when you stop relying on external motivation and start creating your own internal fire, you will become unstoppable. But here's the truth, this won't be easy. There will be times when you'll want to give up. There will be days when you'll wonder if it's worth it. But that's when the real change happens. The real change happens when you keep going, even when it feels like nothing is happening. The real change happens when you push through the tough moments, the moments when everything inside you says to stop. This is what separates the dreamers from the doers. It's the ability to keep going when everyone else has given up. It's the ability to keep believing when the world is telling you that you're wasting your time. It's the ability to stand tall even when the odds are stacked against you. And it all starts with the decision to show up every day. No excuses, no delays. Success is built on that decision. It's built on the small actions you take every single day. The moments you choose to do what's hard instead of what's easy. The moments you choose to fight through the pain instead of running from it. So, how bad do you want it? Are you willing to make that decision every single day? Are you willing to show up even when it feels impossible? Because if you don't show up, if you don't take action, nothing will change. You'll stay stuck in the same place, doing the same things, getting the same results. But when you choose to take action, when you choose to move forward no matter what, that's when everything shifts. That's when the magic happens. And I'm telling you right now, you don't have to do it perfectly. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to take the first step, and then the next, and the next. The universe rewards those who move. The world rewards the doers. And when you take that first step, you'll find that everything begins to align in your favor. Opportunities you never thought possible will start showing up. The doors that seemed closed will begin to open, and the path that seemed impossible will become clear. But only if you take action. Action is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. And it doesn't matter how small the step is. It doesn't matter if you feel like you're not ready. The truth is, you'll never be ready in the way you think. There's no perfect moment, no perfect time. But you can start now. Now is the time. So, stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for the stars to align. Stop waiting for someone to tell you it's your turn. This is your turn, and it's not going to be easy. It's not supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be worth it. It's supposed to challenge you. It's supposed to push you beyond your limits. But here's the thing. You're stronger than you think. And once you step into that, once you embrace the discomfort, once you decide that no matter what happens, you will keep moving forward, you will become unstoppable. The fear, the doubts, the setbacks, they'll always be there, but you'll be stronger, you'll be prepared. And when you choose action, when you choose to move with purpose, the universe will respond. Are you ready to change? Because nothing will change until you do. And once you do, the world will change with you. The doors will open, the opportunities will come, the success will follow. But it all starts with you. Now, take the step, move, act, and let's change your life one action at a time. There's a saying, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. It's simple, but it carries a powerful truth. The time for change is always now, not tomorrow, not next week, not when you've figured it all out. The next time you catch yourself saying, I'll start tomorrow, or I'm not ready yet. Remember this, tomorrow never comes. It's always today, and today is your opportunity. This is the moment you decide to break free from the chains of procrastination. This is the moment you choose to act, to stop waiting for the perfect conditions, and start creating your own perfect moment. Because waiting is a trap. You'll keep waiting for something to change. Keep waiting for life to give you the perfect circumstances. And then one day you'll wake up and realize you've spent your entire life waiting. That's not living. That's existing. And if you want to live, really live, you need to stop waiting and start doing. The world doesn't reward you for wishing. It rewards you for doing. Do you think all those successful people you admire, the entrepreneurs, the athletes, the artists, the visionaries, were just lucky? Do you think they sat around and waited for the stars to align? Number, they made their own luck. They didn't wait for the perfect moment. They created it. They worked tirelessly. They faced challenges, setbacks, and doubts. But they kept moving forward. They made one decision, to take action, no matter what. And guess what? You can make that decision too. It's not about waiting for the right moment. It's about creating it. You create the right moment every time you choose to act. Every time you choose to take that first step, even when it's hard. Every time you push through the fear, the doubt, the resistance. Because here's the truth. Resistance is normal. It's a sign that you're on the right path. If there's no resistance, you're not pushing yourself hard enough. If you're not facing challenges, you're not growing. Growth requires discomfort. You don't grow in the comfort zone. You grow in the discomfort zone. And the more you push through that discomfort, the more you evolve into the person you need to be to achieve your goals. The more you build the mindset that will carry you through the tough times. But here's the thing about growth. It doesn't just happen. It requires effort. It requires intentional action. And that's what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who just dream about them. Action. You can sit around all day visualizing success, writing down goals, reading self-help books, and telling yourself that you'll make it happen. But that's not enough. At some point, you have to stop dreaming and start doing. Nothing happens without action. You don't build a business by wishing for it. You don't achieve greatness by talking about it. You don't change your life by thinking about it. You change your life by doing. So, what's holding you back? Is it fear? Is it doubt? Is it the belief that you're not good enough or not capable of achieving your dreams? All of that is a lie. You are good enough. You are capable. But you will never prove that to yourself if you don't take action. If you keep hiding behind your fears, behind your excuses, behind your comfort zone, you'll never know what you're truly capable of. What if you chose today to stop hiding? What if you chose today to take action, no matter how small, and prove to yourself that you can do it? What if you showed up for yourself, day after day without fail? You might not see results immediately. You might not feel like you're making progress. But let me tell you something. Progress doesn't happen in a straight line. It's messy. It's unpredictable. It's frustrating, but it's real. And it's happening every time you show up and do the work. Every time you push past the doubt. Every time you make the decision to keep going. Even when you feel like quitting, you are moving closer to the person you were meant to be. You are becoming the version of yourself that is capable of creating the life you've always wanted. But it starts with the decision to act right now. And here's the kicker. You don't need to know everything. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to have everything figured out. You just need to know what's next, and then take that step. It's like building a house. You don't need to see the entire house all at once. You just need to start with the foundation. Once you have the foundation, you can start building the walls. And once the walls are up, you can start adding the roof. But it all starts with that first step, taking action. So, stop waiting for the perfect plan. Stop waiting for everything to align. You don't need a perfect plan. You need a plan to start. And if you start, even if it's messy, even if it's imperfect, you will eventually find your way, but only if you start. Are you ready? Are you ready to stop waiting for things to get better? Are you ready to stop hoping for change? Are you ready to take the first step? Because that's all it takes. One step, one action, and then another. And another. Every day. No excuses, no delays, just action. Because if you don't change, nothing will change. But when you choose to take action, when you choose to change, the world will start to change with you. Let's go. There's a silent truth about success that most people overlook. Success is not about talent. It's not about luck. It's not about being in the right place at the right time. It's about being in the right mindset and taking relentless action. Because when you align your mindset with your goals and you take consistent action every single day, the world will have no choice but to give you what you're worthy of. But here's the thing, most won't tell you. You have to earn your success. No one hands it to you. There's no magic formula. There's no secret shortcut. You have to work for it. And not just any kind of work. You have to work with purpose. You have to work with intensity. You have to work with the kind of focus that won't let you stop. No matter how tired you get. No matter how many failures you face. Because the true test of your character comes, not when you're on top, but when you're down. It's easy to be confident when everything is going well. But what happens when things fall apart? What happens when the obstacles feel too big to overcome? What happens when everything seems like it's against you? That's when your true self shows up. That's when you discover who you really are. And here's the truth. If you don't quit, you win. It's that simple. If you keep going, no matter what, you win. Do you think all those people you admire, the self-made millionaires, the athletes who break records, the entrepreneurs who revolutionize industries, do you think they've never faced challenges? Do you think they've never had moments when they felt like giving up? Of course they have. But what makes them different from the rest is their refusal to quit. They chose perseverance over perfection. Most people are obsessed with perfection. They want everything to be flawless before they take action. But that's a trap. Perfection doesn't exist. There will always be obstacles, always be challenges. But perfection is not the goal. Progress is. So stop waiting for the perfect conditions. Stop waiting for the right moment to start. The right moment is always now, and you don't have to have everything figured out. You don't need a roadmap for the entire journey. All you need is a single step, and then another. That's how progress happens, one step at a time, and those steps add up. They compound. Every day you show up, you're building momentum. Every decision you make to stay on course, even when it's hard, is a step closer to your goals. The key is consistency. It's not about being the best, it's about being the most consistent. Because, let's face it, life is not going to wait for you to get your act together. Life doesn't care whether you're ready or not. Life moves. It doesn't pause for anyone. And if you don't take action, if you don't make the decision to show up every single day, you're going to get left behind. The world will keep turning, and your dreams will remain. Just that, dreams. Unrealized, unfulfilled. But the choice is in your hands. The power to change, the power to grow, the power to succeed. It's all in you. You just have to decide to claim it. When you make that decision, everything begins to shift. And that's when you start to experience the magic of momentum. You'll begin to see results. You'll start to notice opportunities showing up. You'll feel the doors opening in front of you. But you won't see any of that if you're sitting on the sidelines, waiting for something to change. Nothing changes until you change. You are the architect of your life. You are the one who gets to decide how your story unfolds. And it starts with the decision to show up. Now, I know this isn't easy. I know that life will challenge you. I know there will be days when you question whether it's worth it. But here's the thing. Those moments of doubt, those moments when you want to quit, those are the moments that define you. You have two choices. You can let those moments break you, or you can let them build you. You can rise. You can choose to face the fear, to push through the pain, to step outside your comfort zone. Because on the other side of that fear is everything you've ever wanted. On the other side of the discomfort is the life you've been dreaming of. But you can't get there without action. You can't get there without making a choice to move forward no matter what. You are your choices. And every choice you make either moves you closer to your dream or takes you further away from it. So ask yourself, right now, what choice am I making today? Am I choosing to stay where I am, to remain in the comfort zone of my current life? Or am I choosing to take the next step toward my dreams? The time to act is now, not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel better, not when you have more time. Now, because when you take action now, when you stop waiting for the right moment and start creating your own moment, everything changes. That's when your future begins to take shape. So, I challenge you to make that decision. I challenge you to act. I challenge you to stop dreaming and start doing. Today, don't wait any longer. If you want the life you've always imagined, if you want success, abundance, and fulfillment, it's right there, waiting for you. All you have to do is take the first step. And the first step is always the hardest, but it's also the most powerful. Because once you take that first step, there's no turning back. You will be unstoppable. Now, what are you going to do about it? You've taken the first step. Now, let's talk about the next. The road to success is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And the one thing that will determine whether you reach the finish line is your ability to stay in the race. Anyone can start strong. Anyone can have a burst of motivation, a sudden wave of inspiration that propels them forward. But what separates those who succeed from those who fall short is their ability to keep going, day after day, year after year. When the motivation fades, when the excitement dies down, and when life begins to feel heavy, that's where most people lose. They start with fire, but they don't have the endurance to keep the flame burning. They give up when things get hard, when they face setbacks, when they don't see immediate results. And that's exactly where you need to differentiate yourself. You have to decide, are you going to quit when it gets tough, or are you going to keep pushing forward, no matter the circumstances? Commitment is the difference between the dreamers and the achievers. When you make a commitment to yourself, when you declare that no matter what happens, you will keep going, something shifts within you. You begin to operate with a sense of purpose. Every day becomes an opportunity to move closer to your vision. Every setback becomes a lesson, not a defeat. Every moment of doubt becomes fuel to keep going. And that's how you turn your vision into reality. You stay committed, no matter what. You refuse to let life's distractions, disappointments, or challenges stop you. You refuse to let your dreams slip away because of temporary obstacles. You are stronger than any challenge that comes your way. This is where the real power lies, in your ability to endure. And the key to enduring is resilience. Resilience is the ability to recover quickly from difficulties. It's the ability to adapt, to stay flexible in the face of adversity. Because life is unpredictable. You will face setbacks. You will face challenges. You will face moments when everything seems like it's falling apart. But resilience is what keeps you going. It's what allows you to bounce back when you've been knocked down. It's what helps you stay focused when everything around you is chaotic. It's what gives you the strength to keep moving forward even when the road is unclear. You have to train your mind for resilience. When you choose resilience, you choose to never let life break you. You choose to stand tall, no matter how many times you're knocked down. You choose to get back up no matter how many times you fall. Resilience is the muscle that will carry you through the storms of life. But resilience isn't just about bouncing back, it's about adapting. It's about learning from every setback, every mistake, and using it as a stepping stone to build your future. When life throws you a curveball, do you shrink or do you learn to catch it? When something doesn't go as planned, do you give up or do you figure out a new plan? Your ability to adapt is your superpower. And this adaptability doesn't happen by accident. It's a conscious choice you have to make every day. You have to make the decision to embrace change, to be flexible when things don't go your way, to be open to new possibilities, and to never let fear or uncertainty stop you from moving forward. It's easy to get comfortable with what you know. It's easy to stay in your routine, to follow the same path you've always followed. But that path won't get you to where you want to go. To get to the next level, you have to be willing to adapt. And let me be clear about something. Adaptability doesn't mean giving up on your vision. It means changing your approach when your current approach isn't working. It means adjusting to the challenges life throws at you without losing sight of your end goal. Because the end goal doesn't change, your approach to it might. That's the power of adaptability. You stay focused on your vision, but you're willing to change your tactics when necessary. You stay committed to the process, but you're open to learning, growing, and evolving along the way. And here's the thing about resilience and adaptability. They build on each other. The more resilient you are, the more adaptable you become. The more adaptable you are, the stronger you get. And as you continue to grow stronger, you become unstoppable. But none of this is possible without action. Without taking consistent, purposeful action, you'll never develop resilience. Without taking action, you won't have the opportunity to adapt. Without action, you won't experience the lessons that help you grow and evolve into the person you need to be. And that's why action is everything. Without action, your dreams are nothing more than fantasies. But when you take action, you turn those fantasies into a reality. And here's the best part. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to have everything figured out. You just have to start. Take one step, then take another. Don't wait for the stars to align. Don't wait for the perfect moment. The moment is now. And you know what happens when you start? The world begins to respond. Opportunities start appearing. People start noticing. The universe begins to conspire in your favor. But that can't happen if you don't take action. So, stop waiting. Stop doubting. Stop holding yourself back. Take the first step. Commit to yourself. Commit to your dreams. And most importantly, commit to never, ever quitting. Because once you make the decision to keep going, no matter what, nothing can stop you. And that's the power of perseverance. That's the power of action. That's the power of you. Now, let's go. You've started the journey, you've taken action. But now, you're faced with something that can either make you or break you. The ability to keep going, even when you don't feel like it. Let's be real. There will come a time when it feels like everything is working against you. There will be days when the road ahead feels too long. There will be moments when the results you expect just aren't showing up. And that's where most people stop. They stop right before the breakthrough. They quit when success was within their reach. But not you. Not anymore. Here's the truth that the world doesn't tell you. Success is not about how hard you hustle when you feel good. It's about how hard you work when you're exhausted, when you're discouraged, when you feel like giving up. The winners aren't the ones who never fail. They're the ones who get up every time they do. What do you do when it feels impossible? What do you do when you want to quit? You keep going. You double down on your commitment. You dig deeper. You choose not to listen to the noise in your head telling you to stop, telling you that it's too hard. You make the decision to fight through the discomfort, the uncertainty, and the pain. Because you know that on the other side of that pain is everything you've been working toward. Every challenge, every setback, every moment of doubt is a test. A test of your character, a test of your willpower, a test of your ability to endure. And the ones who pass that test, the ones who keep pushing forward when others quit, are the ones who eventually succeed. But here's the thing. Success isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning to dance in the rain. You can't wait for the perfect conditions to succeed. Life doesn't work like that. If you're waiting for the stars to align, you'll be waiting forever. You have to start where you are, with what you have, and keep moving forward. That's how you build momentum. That's how you build resilience. You do the work, even when it doesn't feel easy. You do the work, even when no one is watching. You do the work because you know that success is the result of consistent, persistent action. But persistence isn't enough on its own. You need to be strategic, and that's where clarity comes in. Clarity is the foundation of success. You've heard the saying, failing to plan is planning to fail. But I'll take it one step further. Not having clarity is like trying to drive without a map. You can drive all you want, but if you don't know where you're going, you're just wasting gas. You're just spinning your wheels, making no progress. Clarity gives you direction. It's not enough to work hard. You have to work smart. You need to know what you want, why you want it, and most importantly, how you're going to get it. That's where many people go wrong. They set a goal, but they don't define the steps it will take to reach it. They work hard, but they work hard without purpose. They work hard without direction. Clarity eliminates the guesswork. When you're clear on your goals, when you know exactly what you're working toward, every decision becomes easier. You know what to say yes to and what to say no to. You know where to spend your time and where to cut back. And when challenges arise, you'll have the clarity to keep going, because you'll always know the bigger picture. Clarity doesn't just help you succeed, it makes success inevitable. But clarity alone isn't enough. You need to back it up with discipline. You need to back it up with daily action. Discipline turns your clarity into reality. You can have the clearest vision in the world, but if you don't follow through, it's nothing more than a dream. It's nothing more than an idea. And here's the hard truth. Ideas don't change the world. Action does. That's why discipline is everything. Discipline is the bridge between your dreams and your reality. It's what keeps you on track when things get tough. It's what keeps you moving when the excitement fades. It's the willingness to show up every day no matter how you feel, no matter what obstacles stand in your way. Discipline is what takes the dream from your mind and makes it tangible. So now, with clarity and discipline, you have the power to create your own future. And that future isn't dependent on circumstances. It's not dependent on what others are doing. It's dependent on you. It's about the decisions you make every single day, the small choices that accumulate over time, eventually leading you to the life you've always wanted. But here's the secret. Your future is already being created by the choices you're making right now. Every time you choose to act, every time you choose to do the work, every time you choose to push through the challenges, you're shaping your future. And the more you do that, the more the universe begins to align with your vision. Opportunities will show up, the right people will cross your path, and success will start to come to you. But it all starts with you making that decision. It starts with you taking responsibility. You can't blame your circumstances. You can't blame the economy, the government, the people around you. Success is not a result of the environment you're in. It's a result of the environment you create. And that environment starts inside of you. It starts with your mindset, your beliefs, and your actions. It starts with the commitment you make to show up, day after day, without excuses, without delays. This is the moment. This is the turning point. Are you ready to step into your greatness? Are you ready to commit to the actions that will change your life forever? Because right now, you have the power to do it. You are in control. And when you realize that, when you truly understand that you are the creator of your destiny, everything changes. There's no more waiting, no more hoping, no more excuses. The time is now. The moment you truly understand the power within you is the moment your life shifts. That's when you stop being a passive observer of your own existence and start becoming the creator of it. But here's the reality. You are only as powerful as the choices you make. It's easy to talk about the future. It's easy to dream about what could be. It's easy to look around at successful people and think, I wish I had what they have. But here's the truth. You have what it takes right now. It's not about the resources you have. It's about how you use them. It's about how you show up, how you decide to move forward, even when everything inside of you is screaming to stop. The future isn't out there waiting for you to arrive. It's already being created by the actions you take today. Right now, every choice, every step you take, is a brushstroke on the canvas of your life. The question is, what are you painting? You see, life isn't something that happens to you. Life is something you create. Every single day, you create your own reality through your decisions. You create it by deciding to act, by deciding to show up, by deciding to not let fear, doubt, or failure keep you from your goals. And yes, there will be failures. There will be setbacks. There will be moments when you feel like everything is falling apart. But failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of it. Failure is the process of getting better, of learning, of adjusting, and moving closer to your goals. And here's the thing about failure. It's never the end of the story. It's just a chapter. It's just a lesson waiting to be learned. But too many people make the mistake of letting failure define them. They let it stop them. Let it make them feel unworthy. Let it convince them they're not capable. But you know better than that. You are stronger than that. You've already proven it to yourself every time you've picked yourself up after a setback. You've proven it every time you've chosen to keep going when everyone else would have quit. You are a force of nature. And now, it's time to use that power to fuel your future. You have the ability to turn your dreams into reality. You have the power to create the life you want. But it all starts with your mindset. It all starts with your commitment to taking action, not just once, but every single day. It's about staying in the game, even when the game gets tough. And I'm not talking about just going through the motions. I'm talking about intentional action. Every step you take must be in alignment with your goal. Every action must move you closer to your purpose. And if you keep moving with intention, keep moving with focus, keep moving with clarity, nothing will stop you. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to keep moving forward, keep learning, keep growing, keep pushing through the doubts and the obstacles. Because with every step, you get stronger. With every challenge, you get better. With every failure, you get wiser. The power to achieve your dreams is already inside you. You've had it all along. But now, you need to make the decision to use that power, to decide to stop letting life pass you by and start taking the reins. This is your life, and you are the one in control. And here's the thing about control. It's not about controlling everything around you. It's about controlling what's within you. Your thoughts, your actions, your beliefs. When you take control of your mind, your choices, and your actions, you'll find that the world begins to bend to your will. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have. When you direct your thoughts toward success, when you focus on what you want, when you eliminate distractions and negativity, you will create the life you desire. Your mind is the foundation of your reality, so when you decide to take control of it, you become unstoppable. But this journey requires more than just thought. It requires action. It requires discipline. It requires consistency. It requires you to show up every single day, regardless of how you feel. And when you commit to showing up, day after day, no excuses, you will build the life you've always wanted. And here's what I want you to remember. It's never too late to start. You're not behind. You're not too old. You're not too far gone. The moment you decide to take action, to make the commitment to yourself, is the moment everything changes. You have everything you need right now. You have the potential. You have the strength. You have the power. But most importantly, you have the ability to choose. You have the ability to decide who you want to be and what kind of life you want to create. The question is, will you decide today? Will you make the choice to stop waiting for the perfect moment? Will you decide to take control of your thoughts, your actions, your destiny? Will you decide to show up for yourself, no matter what? Because if you don't change, nothing will change. You can't keep living the same way, thinking the same thoughts, making the same decisions and expect different results. Change starts within, and when you choose to change, everything changes with you. This is your moment. This is your time. Decide, commit, act, and let the world see the unstoppable force that you are. Now that you've made the decision, now that you've committed to taking action, here is one final piece of the puzzle that will determine whether you rise or fall. That piece is resilience. Resilience isn't just about bouncing back from hardship. It's about something far deeper. It's about your ability to grow stronger through adversity. It's about embracing challenges as opportunities rather than obstacles. It's the ability to look at the storms of life and say, bring it on. Because the storms will come. You'll face rejection. You'll encounter failures. You'll experience loss and disappointment. But none of that is an end. It's merely part of the process. It's the testing ground that separates the dreamers from the doers, the successful from the unsuccessful. And here's the harsh truth. Without challenges, you wouldn't grow. The challenges you face today are shaping the version of yourself who will succeed tomorrow. But only if you allow them to. The pain, the struggles, the moments of doubt, they can either destroy you or transform you. They can be the fuel that drives you forward or the chains that hold you back. The choice is yours. When you encounter setbacks, do you fold? Do you throw in the towel and convince yourself that you're not good enough? Or do you rise? Do you get up and say, I'm not done yet, I'm just getting started? That's what resilience is. The refusal to give up, no matter how many times life knocks you down. Because here's the thing. The greatest obstacle you will ever face is not the world, it's your own fear. Fear is the silent killer of dreams. It whispers in your ear telling you that you can't do it, that you'll never make it, that you're not good enough. Fear keeps you small, keeps you stuck, and keeps you from stepping into the greatness that is already inside of you. But fear is not real. Fear is a story that you've chosen to believe, and stories can be rewritten. You can rewrite your story. You can choose to be the hero of your life, the one who overcomes, the one who rises, no matter how many times they fall. And here's the key to resilience: embracing discomfort. People avoid discomfort. They shy away from the things that challenge them. But those who succeed welcome discomfort. They step into it, they learn from it, and they use it as the fuel for their growth. Discomfort is not your enemy, it's your ally. It's the weight that builds the muscle. It's the resistance that makes you stronger. And just like lifting weights, the more you lean into it, the stronger you get. The more resilient you become, the more unstoppable you are. When you understand this, when you stop running from the hard stuff, you begin to see challenges in a whole new light. You don't fear failure anymore. You don't fear rejection. You don't fear being knocked down, because you know that each one of those things is an opportunity to become even better, stronger, more powerful than you were before. The fear of failure keeps most people stuck. They think failure is the end. But failure is just a part of the process. It's a lesson. It's the test that proves whether you have what it takes to achieve your dreams. So, when you fail, don't be afraid. Embrace it. Learn from it. Use it to build your resilience, to build your character, to build the strength you need to keep going. Because that's what makes you stronger. That's what makes you unstoppable. Success is not a straight line. It's a series of peaks and valleys. It's a journey of growth, of learning, of evolving. And through it all, your ability to stay resilient, to keep moving forward, will be what sets you apart. But resilience alone won't get you to the finish line. You need to keep learning. The most successful people in the world are not the smartest or the most talented. They're the ones who are always learning. They're always growing. They're always evolving. And that's the secret to long-term success, the willingness to learn, to adapt, to never stop growing. You see, the world doesn't reward you for how much you already know. It rewards you for how much you're willing to learn. The moment you think you know everything is the moment you stop growing. And the moment you stop growing is the moment you start falling behind. Growth is constant. It never stops. And that's why successful people never stop learning. They seek out new information. They read books. They listen to podcasts. They find mentors. They take courses. They never stop improving themselves because they understand that knowledge is power, and that power is what drives them forward. And here is the truth. Learning doesn't just happen in a classroom. It happens every day. It happens in every moment you choose to grow. Every decision you make to get better. Every time you face a challenge and find a way to adapt. Every time you pick yourself up after a fall and keep moving forward. That's how you learn. That's how you grow. And this commitment to learning, it will make you unstoppable. Because when you keep learning, when you keep evolving, when you keep pushing your limits, there's nothing that can hold you back. You'll have the resilience to weather any storm, the clarity to know where you're going, the discipline to stay on course, and the action to make it happen. And when you combine all of that resilience, discipline, clarity, action, and a commitment to learning, you become unstoppable. So ask yourself, right now, what are you learning today? How are you growing today? How are you improving today? Because those are the questions that determine whether or not you will succeed. And the answer is up to you. The choice is yours. You've now built the foundation. You've learned the importance of action, resilience, discipline, clarity, and an unwavering commitment to constant growth. But here's the truth. The real difference between those who succeed and those who don't comes down to one simple factor: adaptability. Adaptability is the ability to change with the times, to evolve as you encounter new information, challenges, and opportunities. The world is in a constant state of flux. Technology changes, economies shift, trends evolve. The people who win are not the ones who hold on tightly to the past, but the ones who learn to move with the flow of life. Life is unpredictable. You cannot control everything. You cannot foresee every obstacle that will come your way. But what you can control is your response. You can choose to adapt, to adjust, to move in alignment with the shifting currents of life, rather than fighting against them. And when you do that, you create power. Think about the greatest innovators, the ones who shaped industries and changed the world. People like Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, or Oprah Winfrey. What do they have in common? Adaptability. They didn't stay stuck in one way of thinking. They didn't cling to one version of success. They didn't let their past define their future. They embraced change. They sought new ways to improve. They reinvented themselves and their work. You have the same potential, but here's the catch. Adaptability isn't just about reacting to change. It's about anticipating it. The most successful people in the world don't just react to what happens around them. They predict what will happen, and they position themselves accordingly. They create change before it even arrives. Think about this for a moment. If you wait for the world to change before you adapt, you're already behind. You have to anticipate the future. You have to be proactive, not reactive. And that takes a level of vision, of foresight, of courage. Most people stick to what's comfortable. They cling to the familiar because it feels safe. But in the pursuit of comfort, they forfeit the opportunity to grow. To grow, you have to step into the unknown. You have to embrace discomfort. You have to embrace the uncertainty that comes with change. It's the only way to break through. And if you're willing to step outside your comfort zone, if you're willing to adapt, the world will open up to you in ways you've never imagined. But here's the thing about adaptability. It's a skill you must cultivate. It doesn't happen by accident. You have to train yourself to be flexible, to think on your feet, to pivot when necessary. And the more you practice, the stronger that adaptability becomes. Because when you're adaptable, nothing can knock you down for long. You can weather any storm. You can handle any setback. You can turn any obstacle into an opportunity. And that's what makes you unstoppable. But, and this is crucial, adaptability does not mean giving up on your vision. It doesn't mean abandoning your goals or your purpose. It means staying flexible about how you achieve them. It's about adjusting your approach when needed, but never losing sight of your end goal. Your vision stays the same, but your path can shift, and that's the secret to true success. Being able to change your approach without changing your destination. So what does that look like in your life? What would it take for you to start adapting? Think about your goals right now. Think about your vision. How could you start making small adjustments today? What do you need to let go of? What do you need to embrace? How could you position yourself to be ahead of the curve, rather than trying to catch up? The future belongs to the adaptable. And the beautiful thing is, you already have the ability to be adaptable. You already have the strength to change, to grow, to learn. All you need to do is choose it. Now, let's talk about the final piece of the puzzle that will make you unstoppable. Consistency. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of a new goal. It's easy to make a plan and feel like you are on fire at the start. But the real test isn't in the beginning. It's in the long haul. Success is not about a burst of energy. It's about sustained effort over time. It's about consistency, doing what you need to do, day in and day out, whether you feel like it or not. Here's the truth. The average person doesn't fail because they don't know how to succeed. They fail because they give up. They stop showing up when the results don't come fast enough. They quit when they hit the first obstacle. But the person who succeeds is the one who keeps going, the one who refuses to give up, even when things get tough, the one who keeps working when no one is watching, the one who stays committed, even when the excitement fades and the work becomes routine. Consistency is the true measure of success. And here's the beautiful thing about consistency. It's not about doing everything perfectly. It's about showing up every single day, even when it feels hard, even when you're tired, even when you don't see the results yet. Consistency compounds. Small actions done consistently over time will create massive results. And this is where most people fall short. They expect immediate results. They expect everything to happen right away, but real success doesn't happen overnight. It happens through a steady, consistent effort that builds momentum. So ask yourself, are you showing up? Are you staying consistent with your vision, your actions, your discipline? Or are you letting distractions, setbacks, and obstacles throw you off course? Success is built on consistency. And the beautiful part about consistency is that it's within your control. You get to decide to show up. You get to decide to keep going. You get to decide to keep pushing forward, even when it feels like no one is noticing and no progress is being made. You are building your success every time you stay consistent, even when it's hard. And once you master consistency, you become unstoppable.